All right, so we're going to continue with our definitions for geometry. So we're analyzing relationships between points, lines, and planes in a given figure. So they're going to give us a figure, and we need to decide or answer questions based on that figure. So the following terms are fundamental concepts in geometry. Again, fundamental meaning we need to know these. Okay. So the first one is the word collinear. So this means belonging to the same line. So whenever I hear co in geometry, it means sharing or same. And then linear, hopefully we can hear that, there's the word line in linear. So same line, sharing a line, however you want to remember that. There's also coplanar, so again, co meaning share. And again, hopefully we can kind of hear in planar, there's the word plane, so that it's not an airplane, flying through the sky. That's not what we're talking about. A plane is, a two-dimensional surface, like you can think of like a tabletop or a wall. We always kind of picture a rectangle because technically a plane or even a line go on and on forever. Well, our brains don't handle infinity well. We can't picture infinity. It doesn't make sense. So we limit it to a shape like a rectangle because it makes it easier for us to actually picture it. Same thing with a line. We picture this figure here, but that's not the actual figure. That's just what we picture so that our brains can wrap around it, right? It's just a concept that we've found a drawing for. So two figures intersect, so that means they cross when they pass through each other. Okay, so we have figures passing through each other all the time. If you think about the two walls in whichever room you're sitting in right now, if you look at the corner where they come together, they are crossing. So you have two different planes there intersecting each other. They're crossing each other. And then a plane is a flat surface that extends infinitely in all directions. So remember, even though I said picture, a tabletop or a wall, it's not actually just that section. It would continue on and on forever to the left, to the right, up and down. If you're thinking of a wall, or right and left and back and forward if you think of a tabletop. But to limit it so that we can actually, think about it logically, we limit it to just that rectangle. Okay, so in the figure below, points A, E, F, and C lie in plane X. So this is one way that they do name a plane, is they'll put a letter in the corner. Okay, and it doesn't matter what corner they put it in. It'll be all by itself, though. There's no other shape next to it. You don't see a dot here or anything like that. It's just a letter by itself in the corner. That's the name of the plane. A lot of the time it's in kind of a cursive-y writing, but this time it wasn't. That's okay as long as it's kind of in the corner by itself. That's a name. And they told us that A, E, F, and C lie in the plane. I already know A, E, F, and C are what we call coplanar. They all lie in the same plane. They share the plane. Points B and D do not lie in plane X. So B is up here and D is down here. And I know I highlight these so that you can see them a little more. So you can see B is actually, B and D, it's a line going through the plane. Kind of stabs through right here. We don't get to see it for a minute because it's behind. And then here it is, we see it after, it comes across the back side there. And then this line here is going across in the plane. I see the entire red line except for that little spot that's blocked by the blue there. But that's where those two lines intersect. And I know I've done this in class before where I draw this and then I have a stab of pencil through the paper right here at C so that you can see, if I had the eraser up here and the pencil tip down here, you could see it was a line going right through the paper. Okay, it's definitely a nice visual if you want to try that out. So with this one, we're going to answer the each part below and fill in the blanks to make the statement true. So this is line FC and line blank are distinct lines that intersect. So if we look at the lines that intersect, I have the red line here and I have the blue line here. Those are the only two lines I have, and they intersect right here at this point C. Okay, the letters are a little off. I don't know why. This is E, this is F, and this is C. B and D, they're all kind of a little off to the side of where their point is, except for A. A's right on top of it. So FC, well, that's FC. That's the red line. And that's just one name that they could have given for that one. We could have used EC, we could have used CE, we could have used CF. There's all kinds of names as long as I use 2 points. It doesn't matter on the direction on a line because it continues on and on forever in both directions. So since I've already used the red line, I'm going to use the blue line. So I could go with BC, I could go with BD, or I could go backwards. I could go DC, or DB. So I went ahead and went from top to bottom, but you can see here's all the other options I could have chose. As long as I'm choosing 2 points on that line, I have correctly named that line. Okay, so any one of these options is correct. You do not need all of them, you just choose one. B, blank, and blank are distinct points that are collinear. So collinear, remember that means that they share a line, they are on the same line. Well, they told us A, E, F, and C are on the same plane, but they didn't tell us anything about the same line, so we need to go look and see where's B. So here I can find B right here, and I'm going to follow the line down because I want them to be on the same line. So then I have C, and I have D. And it doesn't matter which way you type these in. I could have typed D and then C. Alex is not going to be picky about that at all. Another name for plane X is plane. Well, for this one, and I didn't put this up here. I should have put this up here in the definitions. A plane needs 3 points. Okay, so a line needs 2 points. A plane needs 3 points. And they cannot all be on the same plane. So 3 points in a plane, and they cannot be all in the, points in the same line, because that just makes a line. They need to basically make a triangle. Okay, so I already know that in plane X I have the 4 points that they told me, A, E, F, and C. I'm going to choose 3 of them. The only 3 I can't choose together are E, F, and C in any order, because that's just a line, right? I need to at least have A in there. So A, E, F, or I could go A, E, C, E, A, F, A, F, C. So I could go this way because it makes kind of a wide triangle there. And then it says dot, 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 because this is by no means all of them. I can keep going. As long as I have A in there, it will work. But I can do A and 2 of the other letters in any order I choose. The order does not matter as long as I have A and 2 of these other letters. All right, then I have E, blank, and E, blank, blank, and blank are distinct points that are coplanar. Well, they already told us this, actually, because remember, coplanar means that they share the same plane, and they told us in the first sentence here that the points A, E, F, and C lie in plane X. They already told us that these were coplanar, right? They just didn't use the word coplanar, but they said they lie in plane X. They lie in the same plane. So I know it's A, F, and C, and again, you can type these in any order you want. They already did E, so don't type E again. But A, F, and C you can type in any order you feel like. So this was just analyzing relationships with our points, lines, planes, given a figure. So I hope that helped, and I will see you in the next video.